Okay, I think I'm understanding the question. The half would be the going and making disciples, the evangelizing side, right? That's what we apply to everyday people. But the baptizing and the teaching we reserve for ministers and elders kind of thing, right? Is that? Yeah. Okay. I guess the way I would word it or want it to come across in a congregational life is that we're all doing all three together in a collective sense. And so a couple of expressions of that would be that a minister would be preaching and teaching in a way that equips the saints for the making of disciples, as well as making disciples himself as an individual in his own relationships, as well as cultivating a congregational culture where you pray for one another's disciple-making efforts, by name, where you connect with each other. There's some fantastic statistics out there in terms of evangelism. Of all the people who darken the door of a church, those who got invited by the minister, it's like 10%. Of all the people I've ever invited to church, that have actually come, mine's probably less than 10%. 80% of the people who come to church got invited by a church member with whom they have a relationship. As a matter of fact, the percentages go up exponentially when you know at least 2, if not 3 people in that local congregation. A lot of our evangelism is somewhat anemic because we do it one-to-one instead of getting a fellow church member or 2 to be in that friendship and in that connection so that they feel like they know not just one person in that weird congregation, but they know like 3 weirdos, and makes that church feel less weird. So that's that more congregational or communal vision of evangelism. One example of how to make the evangelism command more team-like and not personal. Similarly with the baptism, so I hinted at this in the conclusion, where, I'm the guy saying the words and splashing the water, but ideally it's the whole congregation who's baptizing the little one, and we have to do a better job theologically of communicating that and expressing that. So in our churches, I'm guessing your practice is similar, we actually have the congregation stand up and take a vow before God to help raise the kid. So our congregation is bound in covenant of baptism to this baby. So we have to take that seriously and pray for the wee guy and help his parents and support them, encourage them in raising the child. So again, it should be collective, congregational, communal, the baptism thing. And the teaching to observe, again, it should be Sabbath school, midweek group. It's collective, it's congregational. So the degree to which you detect that distinction is the degree to which we need to grow as churches. Because that distinction shouldn't be there.